Wonderful words. Thank you very much, Carolyn. This is a little long for a reread, but tell me something. Do you really want to make a comment on this one, George?
Well, yeah, I want to make a comment on what she said. But there's a part of the email that I don't agree with. As a term in that email that she used, I really don't subscribe to, don't like. There is no such thing as an unwanted baby. There's an unplanned pregnancy. However, but she dealt with religion, views, and the political scenario in the United States. And that is so true. And there are many, many other examples of what she's stated there in that email there. One is that guy from also the 700 Club and so on, who's what you might call an extreme, what you might refer to as an extreme right-wing political supporter of the Republicans, you know. And that I can tell you, I totally agree. It definitely plays a part in the U.S., in the politics of the U.S., especially around the campaigning of the presidential candidates and so on. Religion does play a part. In fact, they use it to score political points, and sometimes use as a political trump card. How, in the case of even Obama, when they tried to use this religion thing as a political trump card, was to assassinate the character of Barack Obama. However, it didn't work. It couldn't stand up, and so on. So I agree with Linda there, definitely.
Yeah, I take note of her.
Carol, sorry, Carol.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Carol.
Yeah, I take note of what she said here. When religion is used to validate killing, because there is a difference of opinion, then it has gone beyond having a moral compass to imposing belief and power over another. I quite agree there. That's what I tell you. But we are still talking religion. When you take if you take a razor, like I said a little earlier, and you shave your face, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. It enhances your feature. But if you take that same razor and cut your jugular vein, that is suicide.
Right. Well,
that does not state that razors should no longer be manufactured.
Well, I will come into that.
So I am saying that nothing is wrong with religion. Something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with the way people. Some people abuse religion.
I want to throw a question back out to you. And some people also use the terms of a police force. There is a police force in almost every country, and there is still crime. But think about if there was not a police force.
Yeah.
However, right.
There would be chaos and anarchy.
Right, good. But you use the analogy of a razor to have a shave and have your face looking good. But if that very same razor you use, how if 7 people out of 10 people all the time use that razor, and every time you use it, they cut their face with it? Now, isn't there a safety problem there, and that razor should be looked at and be what you might call taken off the shelf? Because for some reason, every 7 people cut themselves with a razor. There is a safety problem there.
Think of the razor didn't cut you, you know. Hold a minute. The razor didn't cut you. You see, guns don't kill people.
I know that.
People use guns to kill others.
That's right. But
so there's nothing wrong with gun. Nothing wrong with the gun. The gun does not kill people. People use guns to kill others. Something's wrong with people.
But if there was no guns, people would be using something as I think about you. All right. More people use guns more for destructive reasons than positive reasons. How much time you use a gun to defend ourselves? Most time a gun kills a person is not only self-defense.
George, that has no indictment on the gun. Suppose there were 30 people and 29 used guns to kill somebody, to kill others, and 1 did not. It has no indictment on the gun. It has an indictment on those people who are barbaric.
That's right, but there is...
Religion does nothing. People use religion to do wicked things.
Right, we agree on that.
Others use it for coming together and identifying as a oneness.
Okay,
what is the problem with religion? Nothing.
Okay, let's look at what we agree on. People use religion for their own selfish means. We agree on that. And destructive means, right? Now, where we disagree with here is that I am saying people can do without it. And you are saying, no, that's a disagreement there.
Because you have got to look at what is the benefit.
Really, the benefit of understand. That's what I'm saying to you. And let's take the example of the gun. The gun sits there and it just does nothing. But you know what? More people take up the gun to do negative things, to do bad things. But if there was no guns, but then we would have had no guns to take up and destroy humanity. We would have no guns to take up and shoot down our fellow human beings.
Yes, but you might have a spare. You might have a spare to harpoon somebody. You might have a spare. You might have dynamite to blow up somebody. You could strap some kind of explosive around you and walk into a church and kill every one of them in there. You don't want the gun. What I'm saying is that there's no problem with the gun. The problem is with the people who use the gun. And for what purpose? Religion is like that. There is absolutely nothing wrong with religion.
But what is
wrong is the people who use religion for their own selfish purposes, to oppress those beneath them. That is what is wrong with the people, not the religion.
And if there was no religion for them to do that,
then they do it with something else. Because they are one.
And that is my point. They are using it there because it's there to use it. Give them an opportunity.
Wait a minute, George. There's something else they will abuse too. So they might have the religion that has a very positive effect on others. And if it saves one life, it is worth it.
And if it destroys 100, it is worth it. If it saves one life and destroys 100, which is more, which is negative or way is positive?
It is still worth the one that it has saved.
And I can't agree that. Are you telling me if you have a system that destroys 100 and save one, it worth it? What's the logic in that? What's the sense in that? I don't understand that. It saves one, but it destroys 100.
It does not about destroy. People do the saving or the destroying, not that. And you keep saying it. There is nothing wrong with religion. People use religion for their own evil purposes. And some people
on that to know. We agree on that to know.
Some people use it.
Let's just deal with what we disagree on. We agree on that. We are disagreeing on whether it should be. People need it in their life or not.
They need it.
And that's the issue that I have to take up with you. But I understand there's the next email there.
No, I was looking. I don't think so.
It hasn't come in, is it? Okay, good.
Oh yes. Yeah, Karen. Yes, yeah. Okay. Let's read Karen. Oh, that's a lengthy one as well. Okay. Karen says. Okay, all right. Karen, thank you for calling. Karen says, good night to DJ Alex and the crew. George, spiritually, is a loaded word, often misunderstood as its practices include meditation, contemplation, and direct communication with universal consciousness. Pope John, he said that. Paul condemned meditation and yoga as immoral, deluding, and even sinful, yet spirituality is, yeah. simply the discovery of our authentic self without any trimmings or labels, which gives us a rich source of values and a deeper meaning to life, whatever our religion. In the seeking of such meaning, religion and spirituality come together. Spirituality highlights qualities such as caring, kindness, compassion, tolerance, service, and community. And that is from Karen. Karen, thank you very much for your mail.
Well, Karen, I will want to ask you, the caring and compassion and kindness that you talk about, how does you justify those with someone being strapping themselves with explosive and going to blow up an human being or blow up a building? How does this religion this spiritual thing tell a person, if you die by trying to kill this person who sees the enemy, you will enter into paradise without having to face the judgment? And all of these things, and the enemy that we see in the Middle East, this kind of religious doctrine, and this kind of spiritual thing that they do. Even though many of them will pray before they go on and carry out these acts.
Because George, they believe in martyrdom. If you read the text on Harry Carey,
right, but religion is doing that to them. That is what religion is doing.
Okay, it's doing that to them. What is it doing to you? What religion does to me? It doesn't do that to me. And religion is not a denomination. Remember, God never ordained religion. Religion is man-made.
I'm happy to hear you say that.
Man does it because he thinks it is a way to his God. Whoever he sees God to be. Man does that. You understand the point? I mean, Harry Carey, I will kill myself because that means I will, in some future dispensation, be something else. Graduate to. That is religion. Religion. He believes that. And that is not a punishment. Why do you think that they can strap explosives around them and walk into a place and willingly give their lives to kill others? They don't consider it. Yeah, they don't see that as a punishment. That is prestige. So it all depends on how you use religion. What does it mean to you? Religion. And there's nothing wrong with religion. There's nothing wrong with a gun. There's something wrong with the people who use a gun or abuse it.
John, I want to give you the opportunity for us to wrap up here tonight. I mean, this is it's a very lively debate that we had here tonight. It's a kind of topic that you will go on and on, and I don't think you could ever really come to a fully understanding or fully conclusion of this kind of topic because of the so many different views and situations that presents itself in the world today that we have to deal with here tonight. And so I want to give you an opportunity to wind up here because I know we could get at each other here tonight, but before we give that opportunity to wind up, we'd like to thank all those listeners who are participating. We thank you for your emails. We ask you to keep them coming, and we welcome you again, when we come. So, John, give us a free parting word before we wind up tonight.
Okay, fine business. We look tonight at religion. The question before us was, is religion a source of peace or comfort? We look at religion and we find that it can be separated into two arguments to support the idea of religion. The functionalist theory, as proposed by Emile Durkheim, the French sociologist, and Karl Marx, which is the conflict theory, the pros and the cons, respectively. We live in a world of opposites. There is a two sides to every coin. Nothing is wrong with our coin. It all depends on which side of the coin we look, the head or the tail, and what that means to us. We live in this two-sided world, and as I use the things that I looked at, take water, a natural gift from God. We need water. And if we look at water being functional, it is a source of life, botanical as well as biological. Without water, we die. The plants die. But that same water that is priceless, if it comes to us in the form of a tsunami, tidal wave, thousands will perish. The same water. We look at fire. Living in the tropics, we don't have homes that must be warmed by central heating. We don't have to go and have a fire in a furnace in order to keep us warm. But there are people who live in climates with sub-zero temperatures that need fire. We need fire to cook our meals. But you know that same fire could rob you out of your residence, could rob you out of your own life. There is always the yes side of it and the no side of it. Nothing is wrong with fire, but if it is out of control, something is wrong with it. We look at the wind. We need to have the oxygen which is provided in the wind that blows across our islands. We cannot live if the wind is subtracted from here. We will lose our oxygen and die. But do you know that same priceless commodity called wind? If it comes to us in cyclonic portions, hurricane, etc., it is disastrous. Just like religion. Religion is a cementing agency. It puts us together. It keeps us together. The functional aspect of it, it is a form of identification, togetherness. We contact our God through religion or religious beliefs, that belief system. But that same religion can be used, according to Marx, to oppress others. And that can cause a whole lot of problems, as it has caused. Wars, killings from things. That does not indicate that something is wrong with religion. It indicates that something is wrong with those people who abuse religion. So, our question tonight, is religion a source of peace or comfort?
Conflict.
I say it is a source of both, dependent on who orchestrates the usage. And now, brothers and sisters, this is John Kelman, out of Barbados in the West Indies, saying bye for now until next time. And remember, everybody has to be somebody to somebody to be anybody at all. Till next time, take care of yourselves and each other.
I'll start with a quote and say this. An individual, a well-religious individual with a strong educational background and no spiritual development is nothing but a clever devil. If you have religion without spirituality, well, then that religion is going to destroy you. I and John, we have discussed this topic tonight, whether religion is a source of peace or conflict. That's what I was doing, conflict. And I am saying that it is a source of conflict. John is saying this, yes, it's a source of conflict, and so it is a source of peace. But in the evidence before us in the world today, we have seen what religion has done to humanity, and the negative fallout from religion outweighs the positive. John made a statement that has me shocked tonight. When I asked him, if I have a system where it destroys 100, but it saves 1, he told me it's worth it. Well, I didn't get a justification for that. The fact that it saved 1, it doesn't matter if it destroys 100. Well, that in itself is a kind of religious views that practice in certain parts of the world. It doesn't matter how much we destroy, but you know what? Once we get our objective, who destroy the process is little concern to us. And John made the point that religion is very important in the life of mankind. We need religion because it comforts us. Yes, it does to a certain extent. But the kind of conflict that religion causes, religion even goes so far to practice a form of discrimination. For example, if you're in Northern Ireland, it does not matter if a next person looks exactly like you. But because he would have come from a different denomination, they both of them are Christians. They both of them has religion. They both of them are Christian. They come from what you might call the same religious doctrine. But in that religious doctrine has something called denomination. Because somebody didn't satisfy with just having the Christian doctrine, they had to introduce sex in it. Not sex, but sect. Different religious sect. Religious sect, right? And religious segregation, that I'm a Catholic and you're a Protestant, I'm a Methodist, I'm a Pentecostal. They all use the Bible. It's religion who have done that, and they keep arguing with each other day by day. How could anyone tell me that religion has done any good for humanity?
Religion didn't do that.
The chaos in the world today is because of religion. And if religion was not there, man would have not been able to use it. It is only there because man, there are those who get rid of it. I outlined it if you was using a shaver, particular shaver to shave. But for every 10 person who use that shaver, 7 people will get cut. Of course, the manufacturers will have to recall that brand.
You can,
I will hold the view.
You can
that religion, and I will hold the view today that religion is more a source of conflict than is a source of peace. It has done humanity no good. I am sorry, because it led them to the wrong direction, and a lot of views are destroyed. Of course, that very same religion today has been destroyed. Man has been destroyed by religion day by day, many will give their life for something that they believe is a good cause, blow themselves up on all these sorts of issues. From World War II, come right up, the Japanese would have been giving their life. You know, and it all started with religion. Wars and conflicts are today started by religion. The world today is in chaos because of religion. So here we have come to the end of another program for tonight. This is Tell It Like It Is for the 3rd of September 2012. We want to thank you all for tuning in tonight, and we want to thank you for your emails. And they were very, very, some very good contributions you made with your emails, though we did not have to agree with all the points made. However, we welcome your indulgence again next week when we come on the air the 10th of September 2012. So, my name is Leon George, and I'm saying good night from Trinidad and Tobago. And to you listening around the globe, keep tuning to CCB Radio, the #1 internet radio station. Thank you very much.